Welcome to a brand new episode of the Real Life Podcast, a member of the Nation Network of Podcasts and delivered by DoorDash.
Welcome to Real Life, everyone. What is going on right now?
I think that I'm in love with Matthew Kachuk.
Are you guys all drunk?
Episode 404 of Nation Real Life. No, 403 was in Toronto.
Oh.
You didn't write an article for that.
All right.
Because I handled it all. 404.
Excellent.
That might be the first time in all of our podcasting that I got the episode number right and you didn't.
Yeah.
Usually you're on the ball with that and I'm way off.
Way she goes.
As always, Pod is brought to you by our title sponsor, the HGA Group, here to make your business better. It is just the two of us.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be.
No. Well, so we didn't do one on Monday because we were flying back. And I was dead. So
you look great. Yesterday morning, so yesterday was Monday, we decided to go to our parent company's office, Playmaker, because we were in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
And we were scheduled to be there for coffee at 8:30.
Yep.
When we went down to the lobby, so back it up. Sunday night, Jay's game did not go well.
No.
Go out for dinner.
Captain's Boil.
We're getting messy out there. It was weird. I'm glad we did it, but I don't need to do it again.
No, so basically what that place is...
You know what? So nobody's here except me and you, so I can say it. You know what it reminded me of? As soon as I left, is that dude on TikTok where he's just like, got to put that orange juice in, man.
Yeah, it's platinum.
And then last night I was on TikTok and I saw that guy and I'm like, now I know.
So basically the Captain's Boil, you got no cutlery and no plates or anything. They
just got a sack of food.
You got a plastic sack of seafood that was dumped into you. If you got corn as a side, it was just in the bag. If you got potatoes as a side, it was just half a big potato in the bag. And it was a lot. I'm not a huge seafood guy, but I ordered shrimp, figured that was good. It was a lot of work.
Well, we made the mistake of not getting the headless shrimp.
Yeah.
So we had to work for it.
Yeah, we had to grind. So anyways, we had dinner at the Captain's Boil.
Yep.
It was our last night in Toronto.
Yep.
You and Jay were kind of like, it's 11:30, I think, at that point. You came to my room for a drink and you were like, hey, I'm going to be responsible. You went off to bed.
Yeah, it was nice to go to bed before 3 a.m. for once.
Mm-hmm. I went out with my friends.
Yes.
And we just decided to walk until we found a bar that looked cool, have a drink, go to another bar, have a drink, that kind of thing.
Yep.
The night got away from me because the next morning, come in. Who's knocking at our door? Do we have a visitor? Oh, it's Jay. The next morning when we woke up, Jay was like, oh, what time did you guys get after till? And I was like, oh, it wasn't that late of a night. I honestly believed that it wasn't that late of a night.
You said you thought you were home by midnight.
Yeah, which that timeline doesn't make any sense when you bring up the fact you left our hotel room at 11:30 and that's when we went out. Yes. I'd forgotten about that detail. Oh, sorry, Jay.
So that was on Sunday night. You and I were watching 300.
I had to
in bed early.
I had to get another wrapper. I was having a lot of things the last night. Had a great weekend. I was getting a little father guilt, so I wanted to make sure when I got home I was well rested and I was there to come and alleviate Eva from taking care of Crawford all weekend. So I just wanted to be well rested. Plus also lots of work going on. So I was very happy with my decision and I feel great today, by the way. So I thought,
so we were just where we're at in the story is yesterday when we were going to the Playmaker office and Tyler looked like,
I thought I was going to bar for the office.
Tyler was walking dead.
Did I look that bad at the office though?
No, you kind of,
I pulled it together.
You pulled it together. But you kind of just sat at the table by yourself for a while.
You just you needed a dip in Lake Tyler.
Yeah, but I had good conversations about the Blue Jays stuff.
You
talked about work.
You were fine. Yeah, honestly, you were fine.
I don't think any of the higher ups in that meeting walked away and were like, your M-check, that was not a good look.
Yeah, I don't know. You present, I would have told you right after.
If I fucked up.
Yeah, if you fine. And I was
worried about you in the lobby.
I didn't want to stress or create any anxiety for you beforehand, but I was worried.
I was worried about you in the lobby
because I could see the pain in your eyes.
We were waiting for our Uber and we're sitting on the couch and we're just kind of bullshitting, playing around on our phones. And I look over at Tyler and he's slumped over in a pile.
I was hurting because again,
the funny thing is Playmaker's going to hear this on the podcast, but they'll probably be like, "Oh shit, he did pull it together."
Oh man, yeah, that's my bad actually. So I didn't get to bed till 3 a.m. I had no idea. It's just while I was there and had some work to do, the buddies that came on me with this trip had no responsibilities. They didn't care.
No, they were animals.
So that's how the night got away from me. So I suppose I apologize to Playmaker for not being.
No, you were fine. You
fine.
were
Fresh as a
honestly
daisy.
fine at the office.
Yeah, I know, but now I know they're going to listen to this.
What did you think of the coffee machine?
Coffee machine was awesome. My brain was working at about 20%. And I don't really know my coffee that well to begin with. So when they were like, "Oh, what kind of coffee do you want?" I was like, "I'll just get what bagged milk got."
Yeah, just a little bit.
And they were like, "Come on, you can have anything." And I was like, "I can't even name a type of coffee right now. Just please give me whatever."
I just had a really nice latte.
Yeah.
So the funny part about the coffee machine was that I had been hearing about it all weekend. So I was very excited to see the coffee machine, and it impressed.
It's very cool. And what a cool office too.
So another thing that I was going to say is I was going to pitch. My plan was after we left Playmaker, when we were on the flight home, I know that I was going to drive Jay home from the airport because we live near each other.
Mm-hmm.
My plan was going to say that we need one of those in our office until he started telling me the upkeep that goes into that thing.
Oh, it's daily.
We would never execute it properly.
They clean the machine every day. Because they put fresh cream in the little or milk in the latte frother thing.
Like, can you see anybody doing that every day here?
No. We have a Keurig in our office. I didn't know we had a Keurig in our office because the other day I said we should get a coffee maker in our office.
Yeah, our coffee maker. It's called Little Brick Cafe.
That's a walk though. I don't do that.
We must have banged out 78,000 steps on this trip. You can't do the block and a half.
My buddy who was wearing the smartwatch did not have a day where we were under 15K. That was our lowest. It was 15K. I think that was the first day.
Yeah, we were moving.
We hiked.
We were moving. Well, because we kind of walked everywhere.
Yeah.
Hotel to the Jays. Saturday was Jays, then to TFC.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there it was on to the evening.
Yeah. No
A lot of
Ubers.
walking.
We just grinded.
Got our steps in.
Yeah.
Well, we were Ubering.
We were late on Saturday. It was kind of needed.
Did we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we didn't walk to, can I say?
No.
Oh, no. Bagged Milk and I did not kiss on this trip.
Nah.
Oh, there was definitely a kiss. I didn't see it, so I can't provide anything descriptive.
But spiritual kiss.
I remember Tyler saying something about maybe getting two inside his mouth or something like that.
All right, so we are.
I think if I recall
that.
I did put my finger in your mouth.
Oh, that's what it was. There wasn't a kiss. That's right. Sorry.
Oh, we were going and our brains were not in sync there. But yeah,
No, I didn't remember what you were talking about, but I remember putting my finger in your
I
mouth.
yawned and Bagged Milk stuck his finger in my mouth. It was disgusting.
Aussies like to do that. The Aussies like to do that.
Yeah,
I scraped the back of your tongue too. I got a full.
That's the one. Yeah,
you
there
made
was no
full on contact with the back of my mouth. It was disgusting, man. And like we'd been out and about in some bars and stuff. Like I don't know.
That's friendship.
Yeah.
So did you guys walk through the whole weekend? I came in and we were talking about Sunday.
We just gotten started.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
well,
you've only missed
obviously we don't make the whole
8 minutes.
podcast about this, but
No, but it was a good trip. The Jays shit the bed. That was disappointing.
well, I'm happy because I remember not everyone. Tyler was concerned about going to the TFC game. So much so he was like, I'll just skip it and go to the Jays game. And it actually turned out we can watch both.
Very comfortably.
But the TFC game was probably the highlight sporting event of the trip.
It was awesome. The vibe in there is unbelievable.
Well, and another thing that we did well was, so Tyler was there. There was a group of 4 of you. And then it was Jay and I, we were walking there together. And as a group, we all kind of put down the same bets. So then we had the same thing to cheer for or against as it was happening at the TFC game.
Yeah. So we swept the slate.
What was that? Oh, that was outdoors. That was outdoor
outside, the
commentary.
windows open.
That was outdoor commentary.
I don't think the listeners heard that. Anyways, we swept the table.
Every single, except for I had Jesus to score. He had a bicycle kick and it was
That would have been
saved.
so cool.
That would have been amazing.
I would have that would have been awesome to see a bicycle kick executed with a goal in person. It was right in front of us.
It was.
It was
Yeah,
awesome.
that was good. The vibe, the energy in that building was great. It was basically a sellout.
You get the flares going and the flags go the whole game.
Yeah,
it's just nuts, man. It's a totally different animal.
Well, that's that's hockey in Europe, man. They got their supporter section. They're just always going off. It's good. Like it's just, it was really, really, really entertaining.
Sometimes we're a little bit too snobby about our sports in this country, in North America. Like NFL football will get that crazy in some markets.
Well, that's the thing. Like, and granted, I go on like a vacation, but I've got photo well documented. If I'm going to a football game, there's a high likelihood I'm painting my face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't do that for playoff hockey. I do yell and go crazy. But anyways,
Yeah.
Maybe we should start painting our faces.
we should have a face paint day.
Yeah. But back to TFC, it was fun because if you listen to BLT Bets, you would have heard Liam tell us it's fun to bet on corners.
And it is.
And it was because every time a corner was happening, we're all yelling at each other, trying to get a total of where we were at. It was just fun. I had a great time at the TFC game.
It was
That was
really
a good. Yeah, Saturday was the best day of the trip for sure.
For sure.
We did a lot.
That was a
good.
big sports day.
Big sports day. Well, by the time the TFC game was done, that was 3 sporting events in like under 24 hours, more or less. Or exactly 24 hours.
Yeah.
And then I could get everybody to pivot to Pitbull. That was my
Pitbull was
My
playing
great sadness.
at Bud Stage and we could see
right
it from our
across the
seats.
street.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, you go to these big like metropolitan cities, there is a lot going on at any given moment. Like there's so much to do.
I ran out of time. Like I wanted to go up to the CN Tower and do the glass floor. But then when I asked the girl at the ticket booth, like, what kind of time commitment am I looking at? When she told me, I was like, oh, well, I got shit to do.
Yeah.
Like we were going out for dinner, like that kind of thing. We just couldn't
We
work.
joked on the last podcast that we were going to do a pod every day while we were there and it just got away from us.
Oh,
There's just too much
that's
going
a
on.
regret. We should have done that.
Yeah, I thought we would have. I thought we should have done more podcasts.
That was a
too.
miss, but also it was like, where was the time?
Yeah,
That's what I
just
mean,
it
right?
Ran away. Like,
Yeah.
Especially on Sunday with the Jays game being at 1
Yep.
and it taking like 40 minutes to walk there. Like it was just like, oh, that ate up the whole day.
even on Saturday, like Jay went golfing first thing in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
I went out for lunch
Yeah.
with a buddy, and then you guys went and did your thing.
I just got hammered. Yeah.
Oh, you're on vacation with your buddies. It's all good, buddy. It's all good.
I was saying, yeah, like everyone was just out and about doing their own thing.
But that was kind of the nice thing about this trip, this nation vacation, is that a lot of people just kind of made it their own. Whatever they wanted to do, they just went and did.
Some people.
Shout out Terry.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout out to Terry.
Yeah, what a vibe Terry was.
Terry.
I don't know if he's a podcast listener or not, but
Terry was
I
a
hope
ghost.
he is.
He would
Terry's
just appear like a phantom.
He he did. Everyone's like Terry told Dan, or Terry told Big Milk, or Terry told Jared. Terry told everyone that he had a great time, and Terry was just doing Terry that whole trip. But anytime he entered anything or he joined us, we just celebrated Terry. It was awesome.
me and my buddies walked past a sports bar one night and he was in there and we were like waving at him and he didn't recognize us. And the next day we were like, Terry, we were waving at you through the window. And he just goes, where was I? It was great.
Welcome back, Terry.
Yeah. Welcome back, Terry.
Any trip.
And so where he worked, his shift ended at like 2 or 3 in the morning. And then he came straight to the airport and flew right out with us. Like what a baller.
Yeah,
that was a big dick swing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Terry was committed.
Terry don't play.
Well, hey, Terry's coming to Vegas.
Terry-
Terry's like, I think I can come to 2 nation vacations a year.
Certainly.
You can make it work.
We got you covered. We got a bunch happening. We got a bus trip to Calgary. I'm supposed to have a call. They might.
We're already pre-sold. Sounds like Tyler's buddies. They're in.
I'm likely getting a phone call right now, but I got to line up our tickets to Vegas.
Nice.
'Cause
And that's January.
That's January. So we'll be launching that one maybe later this month. I've got solidifying all that. And then we're working on one Toronto when the Leafs play March 11th. It's a Saturday night hockey night in Canada. Oilers v Leafs. Let's go.
If that happens.
So I think that's the one. So well, new business dad, Toronto business dad said it's happening. It's just, you tell me. And he even emailed me today to say, start planning. We just don't know what we're getting.
Okay, so Vegas is Jan 14.
Which is a Saturday.
Which is Saturday with a San Jose game right before.
Yeah, so we will leave, but with how the flights are working, we will leave the evening or late afternoon on the 12th, the Thursday.
Really?
Yeah. That's just, we don't like to make these trips expensive, right? So to leave on the Friday morning, it doubles the airfare, which you're talking about like a $2,000 trip, and we don't play that way. So we leave Thursday night, and then Friday we'll host a viewing party for the San Jose game. So
last time we did a viewing party in Vegas, I rode a mechanical bull.
We should probably get on that bull again.
We might go back there. Dan's got another interesting venue that he's going to work on, which is great. But there was 300 Edmonton fans that showed up to that. It was awesome. So we'll do that again. And then the game obviously on Saturday, and then come home the Sunday. So,
we come home Sunday.
Yeah, that's good.
That is
the
good.
only the thing I like about that, because the flight's at 4:40 or something like that. Yeah,
that's good.
You basically don't have to take a Thursday off work. You only have to take one day off work. That's what I like. like this Jay's trip, we had to take 2 days off work, which is, that's okay. But, I want to be mindful of people and their vacation time because I know they got to spend it with their families.
It's like why we can't go to Nashville this year because it's on a fucking Tuesday.
Yeah, you got to take like 4 days off work.
Yeah, that would suck. But Calgary in October, Toronto what day was that again?
March 11th.
And then in between those two is going to be Vegas on the 14th. So really, if you want the biggest party of that will be Vegas. That one is the one I'm most excited for, I think.
Oh, 100. Well, Singapore Sam's, bro, after.
Yeah, Calgary is always, and that'll be early in the seasons. You get the early season buzz too.
Yeah, we might be able to do, and now there's, before we can have a liquor license on the bus, which was kind of weird. But that was the rules at the time, but now that's changed.
Mm-hmm.
So, maybe we could do a 2-busser and we could just pack Singapore Sam's.
That'd be great.
The bus rides down to Calgary are also a vibe.
They're fun.
Yeah, they're a pretty good time. So yeah, Calgary will be great. They'll all be great, but Vegas,
and then working on, what else are we working on? The Germans are going to come March 13th, 21st for 4 games.
Cool.
Which would be good. And then we'll see, trying to really work with Larvin in here. He is such a big deal. It's so hard to work his schedule, but we're trying to get the Finns here in October.
Sweet. What else is there? We need to do something, and I think I'm going to derail the pod and get it going now. We have the chance for a listener to come have lunch with us. You and a friend have lunch with us at Montana's. That's how that works, right?
You and a friend? Yeah, sure.
Is it you and a friend or is it just you?
Yeah, why not? Bring a buddy. Some backup, fluffer if we're too boring for you.
Exactly. You and a friend can have lunch with us at Montana's. Hashtag get Montana's messy with the real life crew.
Yep.
It's a long hashtag, but let's do it.
Yeah. Here's how you are going to enter. We kind of did this before. Didn't get like a ton of action in terms of how I'm going to give this away. You're going to tweet at Nation Real Life with hashtag get Montana's messy and tell us the first episode of the podcast that you remember.
Oh, I thought we were going to do
we talked about
dinner conversation. Like what we would talk about.
Yes, you are right.
Because we've already done a...
Yes, you're right. Okay, sorry. Scratch all of that.
Yeah, what do you want to talk to us about?
Yeah.
Your topic of discussion is what's going to...
At Nation Real Life, hashtag get Montana's messy with the dinner conversation list that you plan on bringing to the table when you come for lunch with us at Montana's. And if you do that, you'll be entered into a draw to win this lunch with us. And we'll iron out the date with you and whatnot.
Yeah. I might even tell the Husky story.
Oh, the fabled Husky story.
I want to do that on the podcast. That needs to be for everyone. At some point I'll do it.
Maybe we'll get...
With every day that passes, I'm going to lose how good I can tell it.
Yeah.
Because I think it pops in my head from time to time and I'm like, shit, am I going to be able to do a good job telling it? It's a good summer content.
Hashtag get Montana's messy. Your dinner list conversation with us. You'll be entered into a draw. You can also just DM us on Instagram if that's more your style.
And since there's 3 judges on this panel, I believe 2 of us would like, if you want to make it any kind of topic that makes it really awkward for Tyler, I think you might get a vote from us.
Yeah, like we could definitely steer the votes here.
Yeah. Know your judge.
Yeah.
That's the name of the game when you're making your submission.
Yep.
Know thy judge.
Yep.
Fair enough. All right. So that's what we're doing for contesting with our friends at Montana's All You Can Eat Rib Fest until September 12th. We'll just go kind of do what we did when we recorded the pod, I think. Just crush a bunch of ribs together.
Yeah.
That's the play.
So we have to, my only request is that we do it next week. I need to go on a salad diet this week.
Yeah, like let's give the submissions.
Toronto's a great time.
Let's give the submissions 7 days to come in. So that means next Tuesday is your deadline to get submissions.
Let's do sooner because I know I got to think about me. I'm sorry, I'm being very selfish.
I got to think about.
I'm away Thursday next week, so if we could do lunch on Wednesday.
Your submission deadline is Monday. Okay.
Because we'll reveal the winner on the podcast on Monday. That's just natural flow. Right
Sounds good. Come on. That works.
Perfect.
Okay. You have until next Monday to get your submissions in. That's like 6 days. Hashtag get Montana's messy. Your list of dinner conversation.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? Dinner?
Wait to eat more ribs.
Me too.
I'm so excited.
Yep.
Yeah. It's
even though I'm eating nothing but salads until then.
So salad diet, that might be thrown off by the events of this Friday.
Oh yeah.
And we have a Oodle Noodle Spring hole. And we've got a Yegburger hole. So I think
we saw Emad in Toronto. What are the odds of that?
Yeah, that was so wild.
We saw everyone in Toronto. We covered a lot of bases. We hosted our partners Points Bet, and then they hosted us at the TFC, which is great. And we got to host Emad to the game.
We saw Emad at the game, and then I saw him.
I want that Nashville hot chicken sandwich he's promoting right now.
That looks fantastic.
Man, that looks so good.
Shout out to Yegburger.
Always.
Anyways, the golf tournament is going to be just a blast. And the thing I'm excited for about this year is the morning start.
I do too, because it opens up time and space.
You want the climax of the event to be at the right moment. And I think before the climax of the event was happening, when people were showing up for the golf, and then people were maybe drinking a bit too much or just having a bit.
Yeah, it tightens it up a little bit.
Yeah. This way, it's like, all right, you get there, you start golfing, you get a couple holes in, start your activities.
To quote your M-Chuck, you climax at the right time.
Yes. That is the big thing with this event.
Hate when it's premature.
Yep. So I'm very excited for the golf tournament at Cattail Crossing this week.
It's going to be great. I'm excited to do my annual job. It's always fun. It's fun for me.
Where you just cruise around.
I cruise around, talk to people, get a little silly. Sometimes I'll take their drive for them if they let me.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun.
It is a good time. I think we have 2 spots left. So if anyone's interested, nationgear.ca. If not, that's fine.
And I didn't get a lot of reaction last time I said this, but if you're like a group of 2, maybe we could do another Mosaic team somehow.
If there's a last minute one, sure.
Yeah, like if you're a group of 2, well, we're not going to do a full team of singles. That won't happen. But if you're a group of 2 and you're like, hey, I'm not doing anything this Friday, I got a buddy. Let's tag team this, $250 a person. DM me. Maybe we can get a group of 2 paired up and make it a foursome. And there you go. Yeah.
It's the summer season. It's just non-hockey events galore. It's great.
This is hockey season. World Junior quarterfinals get going tomorrow. Connor Bedard looks sick, by the way. I don't know how much of that you guys have watched. Mason McTavish also looks really good, but like he's older. Connor Bedard, like just stupid what he's able to do.
Some of the goals he's been scoring.
The lead.
Like the highlights, it's crazy.
His shot is already, that's an NHL shot.
Oh, yeah.
Jeez, is it ever? He's gonna put up like 200 points in the dub this year. Actually, maybe not because he's got to go to World Juniors again. But
yeah, shout out to the double IHF. The quarterfinal games: Finland versus Germany, Sweden versus Latvia. First time Latvia I think has ever made the quarterfinals.
Bet the upset. It'll probably be juicy.
Canada, Switzerland, USA, Czech Republic. Czechia. Sorry, those are your final format or your quarterfinal matchups. So yeah, shout out to the World Juniors as well. What else did I want to hit on? There is some Oilers stuff we could get to. Should we do that?
What else?
Yeah, of course. We can talk Oilers. This would be nice.
The Oilers Twitter account teasing the potential return of an oil change style show.
I don't know how I feel about it. I have a painful relationship with oil change. I liked it, but it hurt to watch over again. I lived it. I didn't need to watch it again.
What do they call it? Or is this going to be like an all or nothing or whatever?
Oh yeah. Like the one they did with the Leafs.
Yeah. So yeah, is this going to be like a one shot? It gets released at the end of the year, like a documentary when the season's done and we got to go back and relive moments.
That would be,
what would you prefer?
Maybe they already shot it. Maybe it was last season.
Oh, maybe. I did notice at the draft, they had, it felt like there was a bit of an enhanced crew just around the Oilers, like their own video guy and extra mics and stuff. So that's interesting. Maybe they have already started shooting it.
Yeah, probably. That would make sense.
But would you prefer it to be a through the season, like YouTube series where you get a 20-minute episode every week? Or would you prefer docuseries style released at the end of the year?
I think if they could do it throughout the season, that'd be kind of cool because it's fresh.
Yeah, it's more fresh. That's fair.
Yeah. I don't want to.
But it concerns you because of what happened last time they did it.
Well, no, I just have a very complicated relationship with oil change.
Yeah, it's not the oil change that sunk the Oilers. It was the Oilers that sunk the Oilers.
So you don't believe there's a curse.
Eric Belanger getting that 4th year because he believed
in the process.
He believes.
And I can't remember exactly how it ended, but there's one of the seasons ended with like Steve Tambolini on his cell phone. And then he hangs up. He's like, this is going to be a great year. Some shit like that. And it's just hurt me, you know?
Well, change was propaganda, wasn't it?
A little bit.
Well, I mean, if we're being honest, this new one will also be propaganda.
Yeah, but I get Connor in it.
Yeah, but it's like, we're also awesome. So like, it's different.
Yeah. It's not the promise of being awesome.
Like they were doing oil change because they thought we turned the corner.
Yeah.
And that's why they wanted to document it.
It was basically mission accomplished.
And we did not.
No.
And that's why they stopped
And now
it.
you're saying we have turned a corner in ways.
I would say, I think we
Yeah.
can say we've turned a corner.
Yeah. I would like a weekly if I have the option. So if the OAG is listening to me,
Oh, that might be tough. It might have to be every 2 weeks or something. I'm just trying to like production is insane.
I figured out. You man
Or once a month.
Can you give me, I gotta really remember.
Was that professional yawning on the mic?
Absolutely.
No. But I mean, we also ribs on a podcast like 2 weeks ago. So whatever.
Do it again.
I played hockey at 6:30 this morning. So
For you.
that's the one
Really?
thing. That's the one thing about being in Toronto. Changed. Like I was getting up at 7 every day, which is 5 here. So I was ready for it, but I'm still tired.
What time were you in the bag last night?
9:30,
It's a good bedtime.
Yeah, it wasn't much.
which
later
is
than that.
7:30 Toronto time. But no, 9:30. I was dad of the year last night. It was great, and
Good
then
work.
took Crawford to bed with me, and we passed out at 9:30.
I had an oil change question to ask of you guys though. Who do you think could be the unsung hero of the show if
Devin
it
Shore?
returns? That was going to be my pick.
Oh, in terms of character on the
Yeah,
show,
like a
I
character on
love
the
the
show who
ultimate
we will
cheerleaders.
love.
He's our Valtteri Bottas.
if they will they show him though,
Yeah, cheering.
like
I'd like Yamamoto to be the
Yeah,
I
like-
could see Yamamoto. Yamamoto's like our TJ Yoshi.
Yeah, he's
I
entertaining.
just said TJ Yoshi too. TJ Oshie. Apologies.
yeah, Yamamoto's
Mario Kart on the mind.
Oh, that'd be fun.
Mario Kart?
Yeah.
I have Mario Kart. Come over, come hang out.
The Mario Kart they have at Beer Cade's awesome. I like that big one. It's good.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It's good. It's good.
Anyways, Yamo was my pick.
I bet it's somebody that you don't expect. Like a Ryan. Like, what if Cody Cece is just a blast on that show?
That'd be great.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really good.
Yeah. Especially if he's tarps off the whole time. Right? Tyler?
Mm-hmm. You know me and my man crushes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That was a bit for a while last year.
Pugliarvi would be entertaining just to watch.
Yeah.
I just like to watch him do everything.
They just focus on him eating all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just
Pugliarvi looks like he's having a great offseason. He looks like he's enjoying himself. So he's happy to be in Finland. And he's like practicing with Aho. Like probably with the big name Finns. So like
Hopefully it helps.
that's a good sign. I want that guy to work or not work or whatever. Just figure it out.
I wish there was a way that we could just lock him in a cage and poke him a little bit. Because if he got angry and
Piss him
mean,
off, yeah.
He needs to put some meat on.
He's like that guy from Dodgeball. You gotta get mean.
yeah. If Pugliarvi got mean, he would be
What was that
devastated.
guy's name? The wheelchair coach.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Patches O'Houlihan.
Yeah, he drinks his own urine because he's sterile and he likes the taste.
That
Who
sounds.
among us, you know?
It sounds like you would like drinking urine.
What?
Lukewarm urine.
Oh, that reminded me of my bit. I'm going to do a bit. I've already planned it out.
This season or now?
No, like before the season starts.
Okay.
We're going to get you. I'm going to get tap water,
Okay.
Oh yeah.
filtered water,
Yes.
and a bottled water.
It's the water.
Same
taste
vessel.
test. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of us will know. You will not know.
Yeah, we should do that. That'd be really good.
We're going to see how good you are at finding your tap waters.
That's going to be good content.
That's great.
Do you think you got it?
I think so. Like bottled water is easy to tell what it is. The only thing I'd be nervous about is you guys messing with me to make me look bad.
No, it's going to be legit.
No.
No, I planned this out. It's
It'll
gonna be
be
legit.
the one. Yeah,
Yep.
it'll be
If
legit.
it's legit, I'm in.
It's a 3-leg Pepsi taste test,
Yeah.
essentially.
I was really you can't fool me with a taste test. I always got Pepsi, and in the States they always like to do Bud Light, Miller Light. Like, come on. They are two completely different beers.
I don't even
You
remember.
think you're going to fool me on that?
I don't even remember the last time I've had a Miller Lite. And I feel like I would be able to tell instantly because of how many Bud Lights I drink.
Mm.
You know what else I really liked that I discovered on this trip that you showed me? Those neutrals with the juice in them.
Yeah. It's key.
Yeah, those were good.
Those were
Yeah.
excellent.
Refreshing.
There was a lot of good alcohol consumed on that trip.
Oh, that's Saturday. Saturday was my big night because Friday I had to be a good boy. Saturday was a big night for me. It was great.
That was a great
A
night.
lot of neutrals. Well, that's funny. That first game, like we got we were in playoff mode.
Oh, we got after it. And after a full day of travel too. bright and early at the airport. Get to Toronto. Jay's down like 8 runs in the 3rd inning.
God, the Jays stunk. They just stunk. And they stunk last night.
They stink in general.
But they got Vladdy home run.
Doesn't
That's what I'm
even
saying.
matter.
Ugh.
Nothing
The
matters.
first game in 3 days.
I had $20 on Vladdy home run on Sunday. That would have paid nice.
They paid real nice.
But it didn't happen.
Bo is batting 7th today.
Oof.
Yeah, that is a big oof.
That's not great.
It's like John Schneider used the word urgent to describe the Toronto Blue Jays.
I'm so mad at the Jays. I left my new Jays hat in the hotel room in Toronto because I didn't want to bring it home with me.
Seriously?
Well, that's not the reason why I left it, but I did leave it.
Did you just not like it?
No, I just forgot. After I said to Bag Milk, let's do a room sweep. I missed my hat that was right beside my bag.
We also almost missed your iPad also.
Yes. Yes. Which I also strategically put in a very obvious location.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I just forget things. I forgot my golf shirt in the hotel room at the airport.
Did you get it back?
They did locate it. I'm going to pick it up when I go to the airport next week.
Ah, nice. There has never been a moment where I've been more panicked traveling than when we all thought we lost our passports going back
You
from
two
LA.
thought you lost your
Yeah,
passport.
you were confident. We thought we lost our passports. Going back from LA. That was a nightmare.
The Uber driver stopped for you guys on the road.
Pulled over the side of the road. Yeah. That was
that was spooky.
Oh, there was one time I was traveling. We were coming back from Vegas, and for some reason, my buddy packed my passport in his luggage for some reason, and I'm just frantically trying to find him, stripping across all my shit, and then it was Chalmers, and he comes running across, like, Jay, I've got your passport, and I saved the day. That was stressful. I've actually gone to one time. I actually went to the airport early. I actually went forgetting my passport. I called Mandy's.
He sprinted
dude, can you just, because I knew he was down near the Dales. I was living in the Dales anyways.
Thinking of being at the airport just reminded me of Friday morning. We're there early because we got a 6:30 flight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Super early. Make it through, get boarding passes. The line for security was pretty long. And I'm just sitting there tired. I need a coffee or a Caesar. And then I look over to my right. There's Jay breezing through the fucking Nexus line.
Mm-hmm.
I was so jealous that last night I started looking up Nexus passes.
Do it. It's a bit of a process, but once you're in, you're in.
I might have to.
I'm pretty sure I submitted my renewal. I'll find out. I gotta start answering my phone. They'll start calling me here right away.
I need one of those. I need one.
Yeah, it would make life a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Bit of a hassle though. We've talked about this on the podcast plenty of times before. What were we talking about before we just got back into trip stuff and flying?
Oil change?
No, I had something that I really wanted to bring up, but I cannot for the life of me remember it now. Rats.
I didn't see one rat in Toronto.
No,
known
but
for their rats.
I saw there's
I just
squirrels
assumed they
there.
have
The
some.
squirrels there are black.
The black squirrels are massive.
Maybe there
there.
was a rat.
Yeah, they are ginormous.
They're like cat squirrels.
Cat squirrels. Come on. How do I? Okay, whatever. Anyways,
You're not firing on all cylinders, man.
Yeah.
You just had a big weekend.
No,
I saw you yesterday. You're not recovered. Should have took it easy after the captain's boil. Should have just went right into the wrapper.
Well,
You could have watched 300, pop down, do 300 crunches like I did.
I turned it off. Because I love 300, but I just get so sad at the ending.
Yeah.
And I was in too delicate a state to watch it. So I turned it. So I went back to sleep and you came in and turned it back on.
Yeah. I watched it.
I know where it's going. It's such a good story. And I know where it's going.
Heartbreaking.
It's like Marley and me.
King Leonidas did what he had to do.
Of course.
He was a brave man.
Oh, man.
And Gerard Butler is fucking jacked in that
Oh,
movie.
they're all just so jacked.
It's so jacked.
Meanwhile, I just finished eating 900 shrimps and a bunch of rice and a glass of wine. Not
glass
feeling
of wine
good.
at Captain's Boil was bold, man.
Not as bold as the bottle of wine at Hooters when we were having wings.
More bold, yes.
Was it a glass of wine or was it a plastic cup of wine?
Yeah, that's fair. Well, yeah.
Goblet.
Goblet. That's how they would have drank it back in the day on the captain's ship.
Arr.
You guys all caught up in Big Brother?
Yes. That was the first thing I did when I got home.
Yeah.
Man, she is such a bad HOH.
She's a terrible HOH.
Like when she's tabling her ideas.
And the two guys are sitting there like, what?
Everybody was like, what are you talking
And
about?
she's telling them that she's like, oh, I made promises to the other side of the house I need to keep. Like,
yeah, what? To the promises to the people that have been assholes to her the whole time. Also,
she crushed that comp, but yeah, no.
That's a tough one.
I couldn't do that one.
I was trying to think about it last night as I was watching. I would probably try and go in like a squat pose. Lower my center of gravity.
No, squat, your quads are going to be toast.
No, but I can sit. Remember Friday night? I can sit down there like that in that squat pose. I can pop down
like
in there.
the squat sit.
Squat sit pose. And then the handles, instead of being down here, lower the center of gravity and then they'd be above your shoulders.
Your shoulders.
Yeah, your shoulders would give out, bro.
I don't think so.
Oh, yeah. They were there for like 46 minutes or something like that. That's a long time, man.
I always like the people who lose out on that comp and then get really heartbroken about it. Like, like Terrence on last episode was like so beat up when he lost. And I was like, going into that, like
when he said, don't talk to me to whoever.
Yeah, to Taylor. So like, okay, so you're 40 some years old. You are no longer in the physical prime of your life. And you are going up there against a bunch of 20 some year olds who are like yoked. And you're like that mad that you lost that comp. Like, how do you not look at that and be like, I should, like, from the jump, you should be like, I'm probably not winning this one.
DJ Showtime?
He's an awful Big Brother player. He is just junk. Like,
but he looks so lovable.
He is.
Yeah,
but he's just awful.
Oh, he's riding everyone's coattails.
I don't know why they're pushing to get him out this week. Like, he's so bad. Just keep him around. He's not doing anything.
No, he's not a threat.
No, not at all.
I don't know why she doesn't. I understand her reasoning, I guess. I do know why she isn't putting up Jasmine, but like Jasmine's clearly the biggest threat on the other side of the house.
And Jasmine's
how is she a threat?
She's won
She's
at least.
got one ankle.
Yeah, but she's won a comp and she's now getting healthier. She won a comp on one foot.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think she might do okay in like mental comps too. Whereas like
she's entertaining.
She's Turner. The Turner hatred for her is one of the
funny.
best bits they have going on this season.
It's very good.
It's so funny.
Very, very good.
Yeah, that is a very good bit. And like, what's her, the one in the showmance? She can't win anything.
No.
The short flight attendant Brazilian girl whose name I always forget. I don't remember any of their names.
Well, that's
starts with an I.
Yeah,
Indy.
She's dry toast on the show to me. Like, I don't find her entertaining.
She's not going to win anything.
The most entertaining
I
thing
thought she was going to win the wall.
I thought
had
she
her or
was
Taylor.
too.
Those were my two.
I actually had Indy as well because like short girls always do well in that competition.
Yeah.
Less weight to hold up and things like that, I guess.
The only entertaining thing she's done for me recently was when she was getting really pissed off at the dude while he was changing his bed.
That's
and
me.
they did that
I'm
montage.
wake me up in the middle of the night. You can ask. I'm so grumpy. I am so grumpy. Like I don't even realize it. I don't even know if I'm awake, but I'm so grumpy if you wake me up from a dead sleep. So Indy's my spirit animal when I sleep.
Okay.
I apologize for waking you up on Friday then.
Oh, I would have been
little in the bag though.
But I but I was more like interested because I want to know what you did. And you gave me one word answer.
Yeah.
And you can guess what it is.
That's all you need.
What?
It's the birthplace of Freddie Mercury.
Bagnook laughed so hard his headphones flew off his head there.
It's good stuff.
Good shit.
Anyways, my last Big Brother thought is that Daniel was one of my most unlikable
Oh, he's the worst.
cast members in recent years.
He was so bad too. He was so emotional.
Well, he was bad, and then also like the arrogance for being that terrible.
So much
he's so
arrogance.
Like even so,
I'm the next Dan Giesling. This like sure.
See, like
But then the thing I hate, is he does his whole like, I'm not dead. Like Terrence has this plan. I'm staying. And then when he gets evicted, he goes like, I knew I was going. Yeah, I knew. I'm smart enough to recognize I was on the way out. And it's like, no, you didn't, man. You were convinced for the last 3 days you were staying. What are you talking about?
I do like though, to his credit, I love when people's exit, like pitch or whatever you want to call it, is just sewering everyone else.
Love it.
That I love.
I also love
He had a good exit speech.
Also, you can tell when someone is not well liked by even like production and stuff. When Julie's exit interview is like, pew, pew. Like she kind of was not easy on him with the Taylor questions and things like that.
Yeah.
I thought he handled those actually okay though.
He did handle it. He did handle it okay, but he was
getting grilled.
Yeah, he was not a good person doing what he did. Like he had no. Anyways, yeah.
So let's just do this to wrap up the Big Brother talk, because I can tell people are probably annoyed at it. Who do you want to win right now? Who do you think will win?
I like Monty, but I don't think he's going to win.
No, Monty won't win. He's going to go down. I like Terrence. I think Terrence is flying under the radar, and also Michael is good, but he's
you mean Turner?
Did I say? What did I say?
You said Terrence. You said
DJ Showtime.
DJ Showtime.
No, sorry. Turner. I like Turner. Michael's his target's just getting too big. He's winning too much.
He went hard too fast.
He should not have won veto.
Yeah, winning OTEV was like, because what's that, his fourth veto now?
Yeah. He's 1 for 1 in the veto. Like he's 100% on the vetoes.
Yep. I agree. I think I can't see Michael and Monty winning just because I think their targets have gotten too big.
I think Terrence.
Turner's got a good shot because I think he's
kind of flying underneath.
And he's low key athletic. Like he's shown. Yep. So if there's an athletic competition, he can
play in it.
He's sneaky.
I also wouldn't mind a guess of where's that guy's name? Joseph.
Yeah, and especially because he seems pretty well liked by the other side of the house.
He seems liked by both sides. Dude's shredded.
The only thing is him and Kyle are getting figured out a little bit by Brittany and Michael. Because Brittany and Michael are now kind of doing like they're kind of playing both sides and not winning shit. Like,
The Brittany and Michael are on the case of everything.
They're on the ball.
Yeah.
So
she's annoying, but she's smart.
Maybe Brittany's low key.
She could be a low key option.
I don't think she'll win enough.
But like, that's going to get her, like, she's just got to get to the dance.
Yeah, but I think the only way she gets to the dance is if Michael's there with her and Michael will win.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I like the Turner pick, actually.
Yeah, I'm all in. I think Turner could be our boy.
Yeah, I love Terrence.
Yep. I like that Turner pick. I think that's a real good one. Little sprinkle on Joseph.
Yeah. I had something come up the other day, and I want the listeners of this podcast to help me out with this. I was golfing on the northeast side of the city.
Yeah.
And I saw an animal coming in and out of the bushes.
Man, we got another quad situation.
And
was it a squirrel?
No. So I cannot for the life of me figure out what it was. Okay. I want to say,
I already have a guess of what it is.
Was it a badger?
I want to say it was about 1.5 feet long.
Yeah, I'm going to say a badger.
But just skinny, almost like a ferret.
Skinny?
Like we're talking.
What color?
3 to 4 inches. It was colored almost like when I first looked at it and it popped up on its hind legs and was like tall and skinny and just looking, I was like, that looks like almost like a tiny meerkat. And then when it would run, obviously I know it's not a meerkat.
Was it a gopher?
But when it would run, it was just so long and skinny. So it couldn't have been a gopher, way too skinny to be a gopher. And it would like hop when it ran.
Was it a black-footed ferret, which are apparently common in the prairies?
Maybe.
That has a raccoon face.
Yeah, that has a bit much too much, like it's got the black face. This one didn't really have a black face, I don't think. Like, are there ferrets in the wild in Alberta?
Apparently. Yeah, black-footed ferret to the prairies. Yeah, apparently.
Maybe that's what it was. But it blew my mind. I watched this thing because it was just running like in and out of the tall grass going into the like little ravine area. And it would like hop and like come out and like look around on its hind legs and then do like its weird little lunging hop thing back through the grass. It was a fascinating animal. It definitely wasn't a gopher. I'm not that dumb.
No, I was wondering. I was wondering if it was going to be a woodchuck because I didn't know there was woodchucks up here, and then I had one in my backyard, and now I know. So So I was wondering if that's what it was. Like, I was going to be my guess before you even described the animal.
Oh,
yeah, my guess was bad.
Like, didn't you think woodchucks were birds?
No, because how much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
I didn't. Honestly, you could have told me woodchucks aren't real, and I would have believed you.
But wasn't there like I guess I confused them with woodpeckers.
Oh, I could buy that
probably.
Mm-hmm.
Because what is chucking wood? Like physically lobbing wood?
A woodchuck is just a groundhog?
But like they're a little different color and kind of got a wider back.
Okay.
Majestic.
I saw a woodpecker for the first time, like up close 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago. And that was an interesting sight. They're big.
They can be
big old craniums. Well, they can be. Yeah.
Yeah, they can be. Sure.
Like I saw, and it was like pretty large.
They're pretty birds.
They are.
Yeah, they are. And this thing, I was going through a fast food line and there was one of those just on the other side, like a little wooden parking thing, you know?
It's pecking that.
It was pecking that, and there was just ants like
That's why he's pecking it.
Yeah. And there's ants just pouring out of this thing, and his woodpecker is just going side to side, just going to town. I got a video of it actually. It's fascinating.
I had a woodpecker pecking the side of my house.
Yeah, my sister had that at her cabin. Not good.
But then I'm like, that's not a good thing. And then we found out we had ants up there and took care of it. So the woodpecker gave us a nice signal. Trying to help us.
Being one with nature.
Shout out to the woodpeckers.
Nature knows all, man.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be one with nature.
Mm-hmm.
There's a guy on TikTok that I really like when he comes up on my For You page where he holds like a thing in his hand and hummingbirds land on his finger.
Oh, and they're so tiny too, right?
Yeah. And they stop flapping and he's got a really soothing voice. He goes, why don't you just have a little chill, buddy? Have a drink.
Is that like old time hockey guy?
It's kind of, that's what his voice sounds like. I don't know. I like it.
Old time hockey is so interesting. That guy.
Funny account. Anyways, that was your Mcheck's nature segment for the week. I saw this animal golfing. I didn't know what it was.
How'd you do on the betting this weekend? How much did you lose?
No comment.
Oh.
My legal team is reviewing it.
Oh, you're going to submit an appeal?
Yeah. Oof.
Legal team?
That's just a joke because I don't want to say how much I won or lost. Allegedly. Wasn't a good weekend.
We should have just cashed out after TFC.
Yeah,
we should have just.
What's the thing? You're on vacation, right? You got to have fun.
I know. I wanted to get a good sweat going on that last game, and
they just didn't get. They gave us
the
nothing.
good thing for me is at least I hit that. Like the thing that saved me from having just a treacherous weekend was the Gosman over 4.5 Ks. Because
you had a lot on that.
I had a lot on that.
Oh, okay. So I was only paying minus 162. So,
but I had enough on that where I'm not down a considerable amount of money.
I have a theory of how much you're down.
I do too.
Yeah. What number do you think it starts with?
A 1?
Yeah, 1.
Starts with a 1.
How many zeros do you think are after that? No. It was not that bad. I promise you that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not far off a 1.
No, it's that Gosman bridged the gap a little bit.
It was at 1.
It wasn't quite that bad. It wasn't quite that bad, but yeah, okay. Anyways.
Oh, yeah, that's good stuff. Nation Vacations. Stay tuned. Come on them. They are so much fun. It's so good to hang out with people in the community and also just be on vacation together. It's funny. Kind of the stories come. You get the tales of Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Terry
people just splinter off and then join back up and everybody compares stories. And sometimes you see Jared just yelling out hieroglyphics at the McDonald's.
Oh my God.
He was talking in wingdings.
He was not speaking English.
The only negative I will have about this trip is that rather consistently, I had terrible service at places. We went and got breakfast at McDonald's and waited 30 minutes for our food at McDonald's. How does that happen?
Yeah, And
I walked up to the counter twice and was like, is this order ready yet? And they're like, oh, it's next. We're going to do it. Another 6-7 minutes goes by and it's like, okay, now it's been like 22, 23 minutes. Is this order ready? Yeah, almost. And then at the end they go, would you like an apple pie? Like, no, it's 10 in the morning. I don't want an apple pie. Like, leave me alone. And there was a couple of restaurants too, where it was like, we sat there like Hooters. We sat there for
Hooters was terrible.
Yeah. At one place, this was in the airport on the way back, so I wasn't with you guys. I sat down, it was like 11. And when I'm hungover, I really crave carbonation, like something to just, I don't know what it is about it, but like
a nice fountain pop.
Yeah. A nice fountain pop. So I sit down and I was like, okay, I'm not going to drink coffee because I want to be able to sleep on the plane. Server comes over, can I have a glass of Coke, please? He goes, yeah. Leaves, comes back, hot coffee. That's what he brought me. And
Coke has caffeine.
I know, but it won't wake me up quite as much as a coffee will.
Okay.
Well, it's also got like 30 grams of sugar in it though.
Yeah, but we didn't take off for 2 more hours. So like enough time and I took a Gravol before we took off and I haven't taken a Gravol in a minute.
Did you sleep the whole way?
Almost.
That's nice.
I took it. I was just out before we even took off. I was out, woke up at one point and was like, well, I'm awake now. Had my phone out and like started to fall asleep while I was on my phone. Like,
Me and Jay were both watching The Gray Man. And you were about a minute behind me. So I kept like sneaking over to see where you were at. Great movie.
Yeah, I caught that because I looked over your phone. It said Monaco. I'm like, oh, I guess, in 20 minutes they go to Monaco. It was literally a minute later there in Monaco.
Yeah, we were right there.
I had a pre-flight meal too. And they had a very short menu in terms of what they have to offer. And he's like, oh, you get this, or this. So it was like chicken fingers, nachos, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, can I get a salad with my nachos? He goes, I can get you a poutine.
Close.
So I had a poutine.
Yeah.
So I did not keep it tight.
I had a nice salad for lunch yesterday.
I was jealous.
Proud of myself.
I'm doing salad tonight. I'm going to try healthy it up for 4 or 5 days.
I had salad for lunch. I don't know what I'm going to do for dinner, but hopefully it is light and lean and mean.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to give a shout out to Liam because on the flight home, there was a baby that was crying. And what ultimately made the baby stop crying? A banana.
Makes sense.
Works with Liam.
There was a mother beefing with a flight attendant behind me. That was interesting.
Why? Man, it would be tough to work in an airport these days.
It would be really tough. And also, like, I don't know, the mother has like a screaming kid. So part of me feels like some sort of sympathy for her. But like the flight attendant came by like right before we were about to go down and was like, hey, can you put your baby in like the landing position, please? And the mom goes, yeah, I'll do it. Don't worry. And the flight attendant goes, no, like now, please. I need to see it. So the mother like huffs and like puts the baby on her lap facing forward or whatever. And I'm kind of just watching out of the back corner of my eye. My buddy was the row behind them, so he had a great view of this too. And then as soon as the flight attendant walks away, this lady takes her infant daughter, her like newborn, and puts it back on her like toddler's lap next to her and just goes back to whatever she was doing, like on her phone or some shit. And the flight attendant comes back and is like, ma'am, this is for your child's safety. Please keep her facing forward on your lap. And the mom was like, I think I know what I'm doing. And the flight attendant was like, no, like,
no, you don't know what you're doing.
And the mom just huffed and was like, there, she's forward, happy. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, we're like going to land in 11 minutes. Just hold your child for like 11 minutes. And then the baby screamed the whole time, which was awful. I feel terrible when there's that. But anyways, how was
your flight back, Mel?
My flight was fine outside of the incident.
Yes.
Oh, you had a bathroom incident that was not you in the bathroom, but you were.
No, I was the reporter. I was the breaking news. I was the news anchor.
First to the scene.
I was first on scene.
First responder.
Oh my goodness. I felt so bad that I had to tell the flight attendants too.
I know.
Because that's ruining their shift.
I'm just like, hey, I'm so sorry, but you need to go in there. And she's like, really? I'm like, I'm sorry. And then the lady behind me, she's like, oh, is it out of order? I'm like, it's gonna be.
It's gone.
It was a disaster.
It's gonna be me.
Oh my goodness.
Let's wrap up. We talked about having a salad. I'm going to pick up a salad from somewhere on DoorDash. That is my plan for now.
Maybe Oodle Noodle, Thai chicken salad.
I'm going to go park it on the couch. I'm going to watch the Blue Jays, and I am going to eat a salad and not move tonight. That is the play.
Rest up, buddy. Get you back to 100%.
Yeah.
You got a couple of days till the Nation Open.
Mm-hmm. If someone wins my
It's a big week. Oh, wait, someone win Tyler's truck.
Go out and maybe head out to Cattail. Start practicing.
Play all the par threes again and again and again. Work on all those. But the thing is,
this has nothing to do with me. Like, what happens if I get the hole in one?
You get to win your own truck?
That seems bullshitty.
Why?
I'm already driving it.
Maybe you get like the cash
equivalent.
Is
that, would people, I don't actually know the rules. Would people get offered that? Is that like,
well, this is a very unique, no, they would get the car and the insurance buys the car from the dealership, but you already have the car that's being given away. So they would be buying it from the dealership, but essentially, I don't know. This is like some Matrix shit.
All I want to know is who's driving Tyler's truck home.
Legally, this means nothing. I don't know if this is how it works. The only thing letting my anxiety goes down is I have it in my head that whoever wins it will just get offered cash and they can take the cash.
No, you'll probably
not gonna happen.
Oh,
just let me believe it.
I don't. Yeah. Okay, sure.
Just
and if you win it, I think what actually happens is they would just buy the truck from the dealership and then it's yours forever.
Oh, so it's no longer like the company car. It's like my car.
Yeah.
Okay.
It won't matter. I got to feel an old Terry or the equivalent of Terry. Be driving away with a fresh truck on Friday.
Terry looked good in that truck.
Oh, Terry would be.
He would.
Flo would
that
be
is fair.
Waving.
He has great hair.
Does have great hair.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, this was an interesting episode of the pod. back to the regular schedule. New episode Thursday, new episode Monday, new episode Thursday, new episode Monday. And before you know it, it's going to be hockey season because it's already August 16th.
Yeah,
which means we're a couple of weeks away probably from players starting to show up back in the city, doing some informal skates. And then we got to be like 3 or 4 weeks away from.
Is Connor back?
No, he was at an Arsenal game.
I know. And that's got like a lot of soccer fans in uproar because he picked a team.
That's so funny though. Cause like, who's to say he didn't just go to a Gunners game and buy a jersey like we did?
Of course.
He very clearly did.
Of course. Hey, it's all good. But it's funny, like even just seeing like the soccer, like Arsenal fans are like, I don't know who he is, but he's like the Messi of hockey and this is good.
And then Messi of hockey, that was great.
No, that's a debate. Is he the Messi of hockey or is he the Ronaldo of hockey?
Isn't Ronaldo kind of known more for being like a pure goal scorer?
I have no idea.
I have no idea if that's at all accurate, but when I hear Ronaldo, I think Ovechkin. Like just rifling home goals. And my buddy's
Messi?
always...
He's a complete player?
I think Messi is maybe more of... maybe not. I don't know. I don't know enough about the sport. Well,
listen to Kickback.
Yeah,
the 90th minute.
Kickback with
Our
Liam
latest
and Caroline.
project. Yeah, and was.
He's on that. Not all the time.
Not all the time. Fuck, Liam's a soccer encyclopedia.
Yeah.
No, that's actually, I've been thoroughly enjoying the show, so check it out.
I'm going to get our answer to this right now.
What's the question?
Would Connor McDavid be more like Messi or Ronaldo for real life? Texting Liam right now. He'll know. He'll tell us.
Liam doesn't lie. He
Liam
just
would
eats
never lie.
bananas when he's stressed.
Mm-hmm. Potassium overall. Man, we're just under a month out until the first preseason game.
I know, man. It's wild.
That's depressing.
Why?
It's just getting here so quickly. I feel like we still have so much to do before the season starts.
Yeah.
And that is causing me anxiety.
So much to do. Yeah, we got
to figure it out.
We got so much. Yeah, there are so
many balls still up in the air for next season, like content wise. I don't want to like give away too much, but like there's lots of exciting stuff that I think we might be doing, and we just got to like iron it out.
Liam says definitely Messi.
There you go. And on that note, we will wrap things up. Shout out to the HGA group. Shout out to Montana's. Again, you can tweet us or Instagram DM us with your list of dinner conversations, and you have to be available sometime next week to go for lunch. So there's that. Southside,
some ribs.
South Edmonton Common, Montana's. All you can eat ribs with us. You can win it. We explained it earlier in the show. Shout out to our luxury car sponsor, Alfa Romeo. They're going to be out at Cattail Crossing on Friday for our golf tournament. Look how nicely that all meshes together. DoorDash, Oodle Noodle, the 2022 IIHF World Junior Hockey Championships, and our title sponsor, the HGA Group. That's going to do it for episode 404 of the Real Life Podcast. Enjoy your week. We'll be back on Thursday.
Thanks for listening to another episode of the Real Life Podcast. Don't want to miss any of our nonsense? Hit the subscribe button and give us a follow on Twitter and Instagram.